I'm sitting down with Carlos Correa. He's going to go through part of what makes him a great player. We're going to take a look at a couple of different plays, and hopefully we'll have a good time doing it. So, Carlos, first thing, the defensive play you made earlier in the season, runner on third. This is early in the ball game. You got Vladdy Guerrero Jr. You guys are playing infield in. Is there something you're telling yourself before this play happens to prepare you to kind of make a play like that?
Usually when I'm playing infield in, I look at the third base coach and I go, don't send them, don't send them. Just joking with them, right? But, you know, it's a contact play, so obviously they're going to send them. And for me, it's just, you know, try to get in a position where if it's a slider, I want to like creep a little bit to the third base side. If it's a fastball away, I want to creep a little bit to the second base side, because you don't have a lot of time to react when you're that in. And I want to be in that position where I think the ball is going to get hit. So right here, you know, he's going to throw the pitch, and I'm just prepared to get the out at home. So I just catch the ball, I see that he doesn't go, so I go. Once I see him like waving him, I knew like I had to get this out because Vladdy was gonna try to take second, and I didn't want that to happen. And as soon as I tagged him right there, I turned and threw to first base because my inner clock in my head is telling me that he should be close to first base still. It's a great tag by Solano right there.
And Guerrero is doubled off of first. Expertly played by the veteran shortstop.
The one thing I noticed that you did there, was that something you were taught? I know when we were in rundowns, it was always running back to the base he came from. Was that, you can kind of see the angle you took, you sort of cut in front of him and tried to make sure you were working him back to third. Was that obviously with intent?
Yeah, absolutely. I want him to run to third base and get the out there. I don't want him to go to home, and if you know somebody doesn't catch the ball, then it's a run score. Whereas if I do it at third base, he just stays there, right? So I'm just running him back to the base, and then you know I apply the tag because he was right in front of me.
We'll switch to the offensive side now. This year didn't get off to the way I think you would have hoped it did, you know, starting offensively. And you know, last year you talked about I'm still hitting the ball hard, I'm just not getting the results. Mm-hmm. What did you look at this year that kind of could tell you that, you know, this was still going to be a good year, this year is still going to turn around? Yeah,
you know, early in the year, obviously, like you said, it wasn't going how I wanted it to go. But I was looking at like the barrel percentage was high. I was looking at the hard hit rate and all that. And I did look that I was chasing a lot. So then I had to like, you know, calm down a little bit and like try to get my pitch to hit and make sure I was getting the pitches in the zone. And I was thinking like, if I'm gonna get out, I wanna get out in the zone. I don't wanna be expanding, I don't wanna go out there. And also mechanically, I'm a lot better right now. You know, my leg kick is not as high, and I'm more compact with my swing, which gives me more time to let the ball travel.
No outs in the inning. Now Correa 0 for 4 on the night.
We're going to take a look at the walk-off homer from the other night, and I think this inning was set up by Michael A. Taylor comes up, hits a fastball for a home run.
Yeah, right here I'm looking fastball, and I recognize the changeup out of the hand. So I was like, okay, I don't have to look for it. I know he's a changeup guy. His changeup is pretty famous. You see it everywhere, striking people out. So I look fastball right there on top of the zone. I recognize the changeup, so I said, stay on the fastball. You don't need to look for it because you recognize it, right? And then right here, he goes fastball up, and then it's high, and I'm like, okay, 93. Okay, I say, I can think fastball back to the middle, and I can still cover the changeup off of that. So I'm like thinking right here, like look for a fastball middle up, hit it back at his face, and then you will be on the changeup also. So right here, he throws the changeup, and I'm like thinking middle, and then I just catch it a little off front.
A drive to left, bang, and gone! Carlos Correa's signature moment in his year and a half for the Twins.
And I think there's no better feeling in the game of baseball than when you come around third right here, you look at your teammates, and the reaction they give you, I think, feels as good as anything. They're all looking at you, and you're sharing that moment
Willie
as a
with the
group.
step back here. The guys were saying I broke his ankles. Well, yeah, this is a great moment, man, just to see your teammates celebrating, and just, you know, it's a great win. Coming from behind against one of the best closers in the game, you know, those always feel great. But yeah, it was hard to sleep that night.
This is me up in the booth. He almost knocked down the second deck right there. What a swing. And I think for me, the one that kind of gives me as much feedback as the home run is the at-bat the next day, the triple you hit off the right field wall. You know, which one gives you more feedback on, okay, I feel good when I'm doing this, or is it kind of a combination of both of those things? I hit the changeup out, that's good, but I hit a fastball the other way and hit it with authority. Is there one that tells you more than the other?
I think the fastball the other way is the one that gets me right there. You know, when he makes a good pitch like that and I hit it on the line the other way, I know my swing is right. So you see that that's like right on the line. It's a pitcher's pitch right there, and I take it the other way with power. That's what tells me right there, all right, I'm feeling good, like let's go.
And then the slide on the end, is that something you practiced? I know we used to practice that. The days we got rained out from practice, my dad used to have us, we used to do all kinds of different slides. Is that something you did growing up as a kid, or is that just kind of happened?
Yeah, I did practice sliding as a kid, but I gotta admit, I'm terrible at sliding. That's why I don't steal bases, or try to, go crazy on the base paths. But, right here, I felt I was gonna get it, and I was not anticipating for it to be that close, but it was, so I had to break out the slide. I have to break it out every now and then.
Well, appreciate you taking the time. It's
Anytime for you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.